Okay. All right, so let us begin. Welcome again to Kol Shira, Young Israel Woodmere, Parshas Tetzaveh, Tavshinai Tes, and we're going to study from this beautiful Sefer, Mipnini Parsha, and it's a new Sefer that I got, and he has such beautiful different pieces from different tzaddikim, and it's a nice little mix, and I think everyone's going to enjoy. Let's try, okay? So we start off the Parsha. V'gikhu elecha shemen zayizach. Bata tesavas bnei Yisrael, right? Now it says, what? Yeah, Kosses Lamar. Madua nema leMoshe. We're asking the question here. Why is it saying leMoshe? Madua nema leMoshe. Why is Hashem saying this to Moshe? Bata tesavas elecha. Why is it for you, Moshe? Elecha to you, Moshe. What's this specificness of you? Why is it pointing out Moshe Rabbeinu? Was this oil taken for Moshe? And then why is it saying that take for yourself? Why is it for you? Is this for Moshe? Let's see. Api Ma'ash Amr Chazal, Shekol Diber Shediber Hashem Yizbarach in Moshe. Every time Hashem spoke with Moshe, Leihaya Ella B'Yayim. Hashem would only talk to Moshe Rabbeinu during the daylight, during daytime. It had to be daylight, had to be light. It had to be a lit time. Had to be a lit time. Evan Ezra, Haisif, and the Evan Ezra adds to this. Shekasher Menorah Haisif Deilekes. So long as the menorah was, the candles on the menorah were lit and they were burning, there was light. So in other words, as long as there were the candles of the menorah were lit, there was light.
So he would talk to them even at nighttime.
Wait. Gam Oz, Hakadosh Baruch Hu haya medaber Moshe kiven shaya or ke'ayin yoim. So then even Hashem was able to talk to Moshe Rabbeinu, not just during the day, but also Bein Arbayim, when Aaron would light the menorah, and the menorah would be lit, so then Hashem would be considered like day, and therefore Hashem would be able to talk to Moshe Rabbeinu all the time.
Even though it was nighttime.
From this we can understand well. What Hashem was telling Moshe. What did he say to Moshe? V'yikhu elecha, take for yourself. V'yikhu elecha, shemen zayis, kosis lamar. Take this crushed olive, the oil, the pure oil for yourself. Lahales ner tamid, to bring up the lights, to light up the lights all the time. Shezeo b'shvilecha, because that's what it means, because of you. Al yedei kach tuchal hashchina ledaber imcha gam belayla. Because of the menorah, the Shekhinah would also be able to talk to Moshe Rabbeinu during the night as well. It wouldn't only be he would have an audience with Hashem during the day, but also during the night. So with this, I'd like to say it's like this. So it says, it's a beautiful medrash. The medrash is actually on Bahaloischa, but it fits in very nice. It fits in nice to what we just learned now. That Aaron HaKohen, when it came to the inauguration of the Mishkan, right? So we had, when it came from Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the first 12 days of Nisan were the days of the Miluyim. Those were the days when the Nesiim would bring, each Nasi would bring Shevet Layom. It would be the Shevet Layom each day of the 12 days. But then, when it came to the 13th day, Aharon felt, but wait, what about Shevet Levi? We didn't bring a carbon. All the other Shevatim brought carbonas, but Shevet Levi didn't.
But there were 12. But
Levi didn't. We had.
Did you have 11? You had 12. You had
12. We had Ephraim and Menashe.
That's what we had the 12.
Right, okay. And because of that, Levi didn't. So listen to this. So Hashem says to Moshe Rabbeinu, it says to Aaron, don't feel so bad. You have the menorah. So Aaron says to Hashem, but Hashem, we have a question. I don't understand. I know that your light, Hashem, fills all worlds. Is mamali kol almin umisaviv kol almin. I know that your light fills and surrounds all worlds. So if your light fills and surrounds all worlds, what are my little candles going to do for the world? What are my candles going to do? So with that, there's a little anecdote to help understand what Hashem answers to Aaron HaKohen. He says like this: there's a king. You know, all the beautiful mashalim start. There's a king, and in this mashal, there's a king that's friends with a villager. He has a villager in a far village from the kingdom, and he's friends with this villager. And he calls for the villager to come see him in the palace. So they call the villager, and the villager makes his way to the palace, and he has an audience with the king. And the king is so pleased that he came to see him. And the king says to him, listen, if it's okay with you, in 30 days from now, I'd like to come to your home, and I want to have dinner with you. Oh, the villager said, well, that's beautiful. The king wants to come to have dinner with you. Beautiful. Okay, sure. So the king says, fine, I will see you in 30 days. Well, the villager goes home, and he's looking around in his little shack that he has, and he's taking an inventory of what he has, and he sees he has a broken chair, and his table's not exactly straight, and how can I have the king come to this? So he goes out and he chops down a couple of trees, and he prepares some lumber, and he makes a couple of benches, and he makes a table, and he goes and he gets some chickens, and he starts to feed them nice, so to fatten up the chickens, good for the king, so it'll be a nice meal. And he paints the shack nice, and he puts the floor, cleans it up, everything. And it's coming the 30th day now. Oh, and everything's ready. He cooked the chicken, and the place is nice, and he had candles. Oh, beautiful. And the day is going, the sun's coming down, and he looks out the window, and he sees down the road, he sees the royal entourage. Right? They have the band, and they have the golden chariots, and the candelabras. They're walking with the king. And he sees this, and he gets so embarrassed. He looks around at his place, and he says, oh, look at this, and how's the king can come over here? What am I going to do? I don't have anything like that. So he gets embarrassed. When he does it, he closes all the shutters. He closes the shutters around his little shack, and he puts out the candles, and he sits on the floor. He's embarrassed. And they come they come when they arrive, and the royal emissary comes and knocks on the door. Here, the king would like to come in. No answer. No answer. He doesn't answer the door. The next one comes, and he asks again. No answer. The king says, I will come. I want to see what happens. So the king goes to the door, and the king knocks on it. Now the king knocks on the door. He can't not open the door for the king. So he opens the door, and the king says to him, oh, my friend, what did you forget that I was coming to see you today? No, of course, Your Highness, I didn't forget you were coming today. So what happened? Well, you see, look, I prepared these things, but then I saw you coming down the road with your whole royal entourage, and I was so embarrassed that I can't come to that. I don't have any means like that. So the king says, no, you don't understand. I always have all of that. I'm not interested in that. I wanted to have dinner with you the way you live, on your standards. I'm not interested in all of that grandeur. I just want to be with my friend. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Aaron HaKohen, it's true, Aaron, that I fill all worlds with light, and I surround all worlds with light. But Hashem says, I always have that light. I want your light. I want to use your light, Aaron. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for your light. So now we can understand what happened over here. So what happened over here? What happened over here? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it says to Aaron, to Moshe Rabbeinu, take this oil for yourself. V'yikru elecha, for you. Why? Because these candles will bring light into the world Even though my light is always there, because even that is Hashem's light in the world at night too. Of course Hashem's light's in the world at night, but it's hidden. Hashem hides His light. But when these candles will be burning at night, Hashem says, I'll consider that daytime and I will still talk with you, Aharon. Is that not beautiful? It's a beautiful, beautiful understanding.